Why aren't you willing to do what it takes to achieve your goals? I talk to runners all the time who want to run faster, who want to run farther, who want to get stronger, run half and full marathons, but they aren't willing to do the work required to achieve those goals. They think it's just going to appear out of thin air. No, you have to do the work. I was just talking to someone about running their first half marathon, and she said she wanted to run injury-free. She said she's been dealing with injuries over the last couple of years, runner's knee, ankle injury, and she hasn't been able to run for the last month because of her injuries. And I told her that if you want to be able to run injury-free, if you want to be able to run for the next 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you have to get stronger. You have to strengthen the muscles around your knees, around your ankles, your lower body, and your upper body. The way I look at strength training is like putting body armor on. It helps prevent injuries. It's just like the military. When they go out to war, they put body armor on, so if they get shot or there's an explosion, it reduces impact and their chances of getting killed. It's the same thing with running. You have to put the body armor on, which is lifting weights, and so you're able to run longer distances. You're able to run farther, and you're able to run for years and years to years to come. So you have to focus on the strength training. I told her that. Her response was, strength training is boring. I don't like it. Who cares if you don't like it? You have to be willing to do what it takes to achieve your goals. Part of running half marathons and full marathons is consistently doing the boring work. Do I like running multiple times a week, running countless miles, boring miles? No. It's boring. Running 7, 8 miles around the same loop or the same track or the same path. It is boring, but it is required to achieve your goals. It's the same thing with lifting weights. I do the same exercises in the same workouts repeatedly. I've been doing the same workouts, the same exercises for a decade now. There's only so many exercises you can do. There's roughly 10 exercises per muscle group. And does it get boring? Yes, but it's about falling in love and doing the boring work, because the boring work and doing it consistently leads to you being able to achieve your goals. And in this case, for her and for you guys watching this, is most likely will be going to the gym, prioritizing your strength training, getting over the fact that it may be boring, getting over the fact that other people will be in the gym and you thinking they're watching you and looking at you. And no, they're not. They don't care at all. But the point is, you have to be willing to consistently do the boring work. You can't half-ass them. You can't skip the workouts. You can't take shortcuts. You have to be willing to consistently do it and give it your maximum effort. And so in this case, going to the gym and strengthening her lower body, upper body, and the muscles around her injuries like her knees or ankles, what I told her is go to the gym, do some squats, leg presses, deadlifts, walking lunges. All of those exercises will help you get stronger, so it reduces the chances of you getting injured and getting the overuse injuries that so many runners deal with. And so, fall in love with doing the boring work. It's part of the game. There's no shortcuts. You have to be willing to do the boring work consistently for a long period of time. If you want to run a half marathon or a full marathon, we're talking 3-4 months of training. You can't just go out there and run it on day one. It takes several months. If you want to be able to run for the rest of your life, that requires you working out and being fit and strength training and running for decades. It takes a very long time. And in this case, with getting stronger, you may not see any results for 3 to 4 weeks. You may go to the gym every single day and you may not see any results at all. You may get a little bit stronger, you can see increase in weight, but will you see a transformation in your body? Most likely not. Most likely not. Rare cases, you may see a little bit of muscle definition if you had it before, but if you're just starting out, you're not going to see anything for at least a month. And so you have to be willing to do the boring work. You have to be willing to persevere and push through discomfort, pain, and really delay gratification. And if you can do that, then that's when you start to see the results. And so make sure when you are training for half and full marathons that you do the boring work consistently. And honestly, if the gym you find boring, there are other ways to really spice up your workouts. You one can go and train with a friend or a family member. There, people in the community are nice and fun to be around. But the point is, even if it is boring, you have to be willing to consistently do the boring work. That is the best way and the only way to get the results you want. So the message for this video is consistently do the boring work.